Welcome to the webinar on Introduction to CATIA. Go to File, create a new document, choose Path from the list, enable Hybrid Design, click OK. Before starting anything, go to Tools, Options, Parameters and Measures. Under that, you can find a Units tab, and these are the different units for the different magnitudes. Once you set your working units, click OK. These are the different working planes. You can choose any of this plane. I am going to work on XY plane. Click this plane. Go to Sketch. And this is a sketcher page. You can notice that the toolbars are misplaced. In order to reset to the default position, go to Tools, Customize. Under Toolbars, Restore all contents. Click OK. Restore position. Click OK. Close this window. Now this is the default workspace for the sketcher, and this is my drawing tools, and here the grids are enabled. If you want to disable the grid, you can disable from here. I want to draw a rectangle. I am taking the rectangle and I want to draw from some point over here. You can notice my cursor is snapped to these points on my grids. This is because the snap to point is enabled. If you disable this, you can notice it is not snapped to the points. So I can draw my sketch anywhere inside my grid. But if this snap to point is enabled, then I can draw only on the corners. I've drawn on rectangle. I want to define the dimensions. Go to Constraint. I am selecting this line, so my horizontal distance is 200. And select this vertical line. If you want to edit this dimension, you can double click on this and you can edit. I want this sketch to be centered with respect to my origin. Go to Constraint. I am defining the distance from my origin. Now you can notice that the sketch is turned into green. That means it is fully constrained. Exit the workbench and this is the pad. Click this. You can define the pad distance. You can define the length from here, or you can directly type in this box. You can see the preview. If you want to pad in opposite direction, you can click on this arrow mark, preview, or you can use this button, reverse direction. Click OK. These are the manipulation tools. This is the pan. You can pan the screen, and this is the rotate. You can rotate, and this is the zoom in, and this is zoom out, and this is a normal view, and this is fit all in. You can fit all the models inside the screen. I am selecting this face and go to sketch. I am going to draw another rectangle. I want to define the dimensions. Exit workbench. You can notice this, the sketch is drawn on the face of the pad. Give a pad option. You can change the length. And this is the thick option. If I give this, see the preview. A shell is formed. If you want to edit this, open the tree and double click this pad. You can change the options from here. If you want to disable the thick, you can disable. See the preview. I'm selecting this face again. Go to sketch, fit all in, zoom in. I'm going to use circle now. I have drawn a circle from the center. Go to constraint, and the diameter of the circle is 60 mm. Exit the workbench. Now I am going to pad this. So these are the three pads. So pad 1 is this one, and pad 2 is this one, and this is the pad 3. You can edit the pad at any time whenever you want. Suppose I want to edit this pad 1. I'm going to the sketch 1, and you can change the dimension. Exit the workbench. And you can notice it is automatically updated. So at any time, whenever you want, you can change the dimension and it can be updated. I am choosing XY plane again. Go to sketch, fit all in, and I want to create another rectangle. Pad. Now I want to give a mirrored extent. If I give mirrored extent, the pad is created on both sides of my sketch. I am closing this window. New, path, click OK. You can type the path name from here. Click OK. XY plane. Go to the sketch. I'm going to draw a rectangle and I'm going to draw a circle. Exit the workbench. Now if I pad, you can notice a hole is developed inside. This is because of the sketch. So you can pad the sketch only on the closed surface. Now I am selecting this face, go to sketch, I am going to draw a circle, exit the workbench. Now I am giving pocket option. Now we have to define the depth. I am defining 10 mm preview. So this is the pocket which is created on this solid. If you want to edit the pocket, open the tree, double click the pocket and you can edit the value. If you want to give a pocket throughout the solid, then from here you can define up to last. Preview, click OK. Now both are pockets, but this is created with my pad itself, but this is created separately as a pocket. Go to Insert. You can find there are different features: sketch-based features, dress-up features, surface-based features, transformation features, Boolean operations, and advanced dress-up features. You can find this same thing over here. I am going to define an edge fillet from my dress-up feature. Choose one of the edge and we need to define the radius. I am going to define 10 mm. See the preview. Click OK. This is the edge fillet which is created using my dress-up feature. I can do this for the multiple lines. Choose this edge rotate the screen. By holding the control button, I can select multiple edges and I can define the radius. Click OK. If you want to edit the radius, open the tree. You can double click on the edge fillet and change the value. For chamfer, set the chamfer and you can set the mode length and angle or two lengths. I am going to choose length and angle. We need to define the edge and length is 10 mm and angle is 45 degrees and the propagation is tangency. Preview. You can see the chamfer is created for 10 mm length and 45 degree angle. I want to define the shell. Go to shell, choose the face. We need to give the thickness. I am giving 1 mm for my inside thickness. Click OK. Now a shell of 1 mm thickness is created. If I want to give the outside thickness as well, double click on the shell, give the value for outside thickness and click OK. So now the shell of 2 mm thickness was created, 1 mm on inside, 1 mm on outside. If I want to make the shell throughout the body, then double click the shell and in face to remove we need to choose the other face as well. By holding the control button you can choose this. Now you can see these two faces are selected. You can notice from here two elements were selected, that is the faces to remove. Click OK. You can see the shell was created throughout the body. I want to give the thickness. Choose this icon and the thickness value, let's say 10 mm. I want to choose the face, so thickness face is this one. Click OK. Now the 10 mm thickness was created. Double click on thickness. If I want to give thickness on other face, then we need to click this one and rotate, and I am choosing this face. Click OK. Now we have a two thickness a 10 mm on the top side and this one is for the bottom. Now I want to give the rib. In rib definition, it asking profile and center curve. So we don't have any profile and center curve. Cancel. I am choosing this face. Create a new sketch. Fit all in. Create a rectangle. And this is my profile. Exit the workbench. And I want to draw the center curve. Choose this face. Go to sketch again. Zoom out. pad. I'm taking a line tool and I'm drawing my center curve. Exit workbench, and this is my profile, and this is center curve. Go to Rib. Profile is this one, and this is my center curve. Preview. Click OK. And this is the rib definition. I want to give the slot. In slot definition, it has the profile and center curve. Cancel. Choose this face. Go to Sketch. Fit all in. And I want to draw my profile. Choose this face, go to Sketch, I'm choosing the line, I'm drawing up to somewhere over here, exit the workbench, go to slot, this is my profile, and this is my center curve. Click OK. If I want the slot throughout this body, then I need to modify the sketch. I'm going to give the shaft. Take the rectangle. Exit the workbench. This is the shaft, and we need to define the axis. And this is going to be my axis of rotation. First angle is 360 degree and second angle is 0 degree. Preview. Now what happened? That rectangle profile is revolved for 360 degree. If I change the angle to 270, you can see it is revolved to 270 degrees. Or you can make it for 180 degree. So at any angle, you can revolve the particular sketch. Now I want to give groove. Choose this plane. Create a new sketch. I'm going to take a rectangle and this is the shading. You can choose the wireframe. Now you can see inside the solid object. I'm keeping my sketch like this. Exit workbench. Change my shading to shading with edges. These are the multi-views. You can see the multi-views from here. I am choosing this screen and I am clicking this again. So now I can see my top view. In group definition, we need to choose the profile, and this is my profile, and the axis is this one. You can create a multiple grooves also. I'm taking this axis, go to sketch, and I can draw some multiple rectangles. Exit the workbench. I'm giving groove option and the sketch 3 is my profile and the axis is this one. Now I want to give hole. We can set the diameter and we can define the depth. And the type of hole you can change from simple to tapered. You can see the schematic over here, and this is the counter bore and this is countersunk, and this is counter drilled. You can change the diameter, depth, angle, and thread definition. You can enable the threads, and thread diameter you can define, hole diameter, thread depth, hole depth, pitch, everything you can set. You can see the preview and you can click OK. Let us see some transformation features. Go to XY plane, create a new sketch. I am choosing a rectangle. Exit the workbench. Pad the sketch. Click OK. Go to Insert, Transformation Features, and Translation. Do you really want to keep the transformation specifications? If you do not want to move your geometry using the compass or 3D constraints? Yes. My direction is this one and the distance is 50 mm Click OK. Now the object is translated to 50 mm in this direction. Again, insert, transformation, translation is, now my direction is this one. Now it will be translated over here. If you want to change the distance, we can manually adjust using this arrow mark. I am just manually adjusting, or you can enter the value from here also. So the position of the object can be translated to anywhere. Go to Insert, Transformation Features, Rotation. Now my axis of rotation, I need to define. Cancel. I am choosing one of the plane. Say I want to rotate along ZY plane. I am drawing a reference line. In the tree, you can find this is my pad. I want to rotate this particular pad. Go to Insert, Transformation Features, Rotation, and my axis is this one. So with respect to this axis, this object is going to rotate, and we have to define the angle of rotation. Once done, click OK. And next transformation feature is Symmetry. Click Symmetry, and my reference is this plane. Click OK. Now the object is moved over here. Go to Insert, Transformation Features, Mirror. I am selecting this plane again. Now the object is mirrored. Ctrl Z to undo the action. Insert, Transformation Feature, and Rectangular Pattern. I want 3 instances, and my spacing is 20 mm each, and my reference element is my YZ plane. Now you can see the rectangular pattern with 3 instances. You can adjust the spacing in between each elements. If you want more number of instances, you can increase. Click OK. right click, hide this. I'm taking a circle. I give a pad for 20 mm. Click OK. Now I'm choosing YZ plane, or you can choose ZX plane. Go to sketch. I'm drawing one reference line. Exit the workbench. I'm choosing this pad. Go to insert, transformation feature, circular pattern. In reference element, we need to choose this line as my reference line. And the number of instances you can increase. And you can play with your angular spacing as well. If you want to hide this line, select this line, right click, hide show. Create a rectangle. Go to insert, in operation, corner. We need to choose two edges to make a corner, and this is actually a 2D fillet. You can change the dimension. Double click on this dimension. You can change the value of the radius. Go to insert, operation, chamfer. We need to choose two edges, and this is the chamfer with angle and the length. You can change the length as well as you can change the angle. In delimitations, there are some tools are available. The most useful tool is Quick Trim. You can trim the unwanted edge using this Quick Trim. And this is the axis, or you can say it's a construction line. I can draw a construction line like this. I am selecting this sketch, insert, operation, transformation, mirror. I have to choose this construction line as my mirror line. Now you can see this particular sketch is mirrored with respect to this construction line. I am going to draw another construction line over here. And I am selecting this sketch, insert, operation, transformation, and symmetry. Now I am choosing this construction line. And next tool is Translate. I'm selecting this particular sketch, and I have to choose my reference point to move. I'm choosing somewhere over here. So with respect to that point, the object can be moved. Now this same sketch is translated over here. And just select these sketches and press delete button from my keyboard. I'm choosing a rectangle. Go to Insert, Operation, Transformation, Rotate. Now I need to choose some point as a reference point. With respect to that point, that particular sketch is going to rotate, and I need to choose my angle so that it can be rotated. Go to Insert, Operation, Transformation, Scale, and I want to scale this particular sketch with respect to this point. Now you can drag the mouse to adjust my scale value. Go to Insert, Operation, Transformation, Offset. I'm choosing this object, and I can offset this sketch either inside or outside. Insert, Operation, Transformation, Offset. I can make a offset inside as well. This is the profile. I can draw both line and arc using this same tool. I'm starting my line from this point to this point. Hold and drag the left mouse button. So now the arc is formed. I'm selecting this point, so the arc is ended, and I can continue with my line. And once I end my line, I have to hold and drag my left mouse button to convert into arc again. I can close the sketch. And this is the spline. I can draw a spline with the help of multiple points. If you want to end, double click to end the spline. And these points can be adjusted to make changes in the curvature. And this is the connect spline. I can connect this point and this one. So now the spline is connected. Let us see some of the constraints. I am taking a circle and I am taking another circle of different radius. Constraint defined in the dialog box. can see the constraint definition. I have to select these two circles actually. Cancel this. By holding Ctrl button, I am selecting these two circles. Go to constraint defined in a dialog box, and I can choose this is coincident. That means now the both circles are merged together. I don't want that. Ctrl Z. Constraint defined in a dialog box, and I want to give concentricity constraint. Now these two circles are concentric to each other. Click OK. I am drawing one line. I am choosing this circle and this line. Go to constraint. I am giving tangency. Now this line is tangent to this circle. Click OK. I am purposely drawing one slant line. I am drawing another slant line like this. Go to constraint. I want to make it horizontal. Give horizontal constraint. Click OK. And selecting this one, go to constraint, select vertical. So now this line is become vertical and this line has become horizontal. And I am choosing these two lines. Go to constraint, and we can define either it is parallel to each other or perpendicular to each other. I want to make it parallel to each other. Click OK. It is not possible. The reason is already the vertical constraint is defined and horizontal constraint is defined. So making it parallel is impossible. So you need to delete one of the constraint. I am going to delete this vertical constraint using my keyboard. And now you can see these two lines become parallel to each other. So we quickly draw one machine element. XY plane. Go to sketch. I'm taking a rectangle. Exit. Let's pad for 15 mm. Give mirrored extent. Click OK. Choose this face. Go to sketch. I'm taking a rectangle. I'm going to draw a circle. Quick trim this and trim this line. Take a circle. I'm just adjusting the distance from my origin. Reverse direction 10 mm. Insert, transformation, mirror, I'm going to mirror with respect to this space. Click OK. And I want to give some more thickness for the pad 2. I'm choosing this space, create a new sketch. I'm giving a pocket up to last. Let us apply a material. I'm choosing this part body. Now render. Select the scene. Choose the background scene. And this is the lighting setup. You can adjust this handle to adjust the lighting. And this is the one light, and this is two lights. Click OK. Press render. You can change the quality of the rendering, low, medium and high, as well as you can set the resolution. You can choose a screen resolution, or you can give some custom values. And this is the defined render area. You can define a specific area by selecting the screen. Save image. Save as. You can save this part file. The save type is cat part.